Hey, you know what? In this episode, I'm going to show you how to install a brand new outlet in the wall. And also, when I added the outlet back there, I added a brand new outlet right there too. And I added that for the Christmas tree. So let me show you how easy it is to do it. My father and I, we built my house. And this is how it looks today. Now I'm adding an outlet, and outlets are easy to add. Make sure the electricity is turned off. The last thing you want to do is get shocked. Now I use the stud finder to find the studs, and I use this oscillating tool to cut the sheetrock. It works really good for it. Make sure you measure, because the last thing you want to do is have an outlet that's not the same height as the others. They look odd. Now I use the screwdriver to pry out the drywall because I want to reuse this piece when I patch it back in. And this is where the two outlets are going. The tall one's for the TV and the bottom one's for the Christmas tree. Oh, that ear of that outlet there, that plug is getting me. So now I got to take it out. Sure that power is off. See how sweet that come out? Now I can reuse that piece. Look for the wires, because the last thing you want to do is drill holes through the wires. And oh yeah, those drill holes, they got to be at least 1.25 inches back, so you don't put a screw through them. Done that too. No fun trying to fix a broken wire that way. Yeah, that there is 12-2 wire that I'm using. It's an older wire. It's white, but it still works. It's still good. That there's an old work box. Old work boxes are wonderful. You can put them just about any place in the cavity, and you just screw them down tight, and the ears actually grab onto the back side of the drywall and hold them in place. Now I like to actually hook up the outlets first before I put the drywall back on to make sure that they actually work. Now everything's working nice and sweet. You strip off all the old nails and screws, you tack the wires back in, replace the insulation, and now I'd like to take and start finishing. What I like doing is trimming off any of the edges of the drywall that might be a little rough, because it makes it easier when you put the mud on. You put a thin coat of mud on first, and then you put on your tape. I personally like using paper tape because it fills over the holes. Now if you don't get all the mud on first time, you can actually back butter it like I had to on that corner. And make sure you press it down good, because you want everything good and flat. You don't want no high spots. Oh, a clean job site's a happy job site. So now I gotta clean up my mess before I step in it. With all the tape on and the first coat there, I hit it with a sanding block. Clean off the edge of my mud knives, and then I put the second coat on. finishing sheetrock is really easy. You just make sure that you remember the saying that less is more, and you're going to be doing a lot of sanding. You want to feather it out nice and smooth and flat, and sand and feather and sand. And after doing this 2 or 3 times, or maybe 4, the real secret is going to be at the end, where I show you what took me years to figure out. And it shouldn't have, but it did. I think this is my 3rd coat. I'm looking at it, hitting it, flattening it out, and here's the secret, the flashlight. Because now you can hit it with the flashlight, look, you can see all the imperfections. Go through, sand them down, fill in the spots, and when you're done and you put a coat of primer on it, the wall's going to be nice and flat. And here's the finished product. My TV's plugged in up there, and I got a spot for the Christmas tree. Hey, if you liked what you've seen on this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment.